I'm sorry this is coming up now. Okay, here is a simple thing that you should do. All my subscribers, especially on Facebook, I'm very sorry that this video is coming up this late. I had a little issue coming up here, but fine, thank God we are already here and we are going to talk about this. Should I reveal my ugly past to my fiancé? Okay, fine. As I said earlier, this is totally based on your personal choice, and what could determine your personal choice has to do with specific circumstances and dynamic around your relationship. So I'm gonna be giving you important factors for you to look into, okay, as an individual. Think about it. It's gonna buttress on the answer by the end of this episode or podcast. I'm gonna be telling you my take on this question, okay? Because somebody asked me this question on Facebook at Mom Ziba. She said, okay, should I reveal my ugly past to my fiancé? Should I reveal my ugly past to my fiancé? Okay, so I'm gonna be talking about it here in details, but I told you before I talk about it, I'm gonna be giving you important factors for you to, as an individual, understand my answers and my take at the end of this podcast. So that's why it is very important that you sure listen to this podcast to the very end. Okay, so let's go. So number one here is this: trust and honesty. Okay, trust and honesty. So the one reason is this: trust and honesty is very crucial in every relationship. It could be business based, it could be marriage based, it could be whatever that it is. But remember that trust is very, very key for any type of relationship. And what could bring trust? Trust is very, very important for any type of relationship, no matter how the relationship may be. Okay, and what leads to trust? Transparency can boost trust in any relationship. Now, if as an individual you have noticed that if I tell my husband, if he gets to discover my past, how ugly it was, okay, relating to my relationship, okay, if he gets to discover it, he might not trust me anymore. It's, if a secret, okay, a disgusting secret especially, is discovered, okay, in the middle of a relationship, it can erode trust in a relationship, and that is not very, very good for anyone that is going to be involving on that part, because it's going to crush the relationship totally. All right, so that is one thing for you to think about. Put in your thought while considering, what should I do? I'm going somewhere. I'm still going to tell you my take on this, so stay with me. Number 2 is acceptance and understanding. Good. So, first and foremost, you know the kind of partner that you're keeping. The partner that your mom has, or the partner that your friends who might be advising you have, is quite different from the man that you are going out with as a woman. Okay, so you're going to first and foremost do the assignment of knowing the kind of person that you are into any relationship with. Now, if you understand very well that, okay, this is the kind of man that I'm with, okay, you have understood the kind of man you're with. Okay, fine, it's a man that when I tell him something, no matter what, is going to accept me. Then go ahead and tell him. First of all, you must accept that it was your past and it's no longer your present. Okay, that's the only way that you can have the confidence to walk up to your man and tell him that this was who I was in the past. I was a street worker before, a commercial worker before. Okay, I was a thief before. I stole things. I was a gangster and I was possessed before. And now I'm no longer doing all those things. This is who I am. All right. So if he gets to understand you, I think he doesn't find a problem in accepting you anyways. Okay. So that is another thing for you to note. Number 3 is timing and context. Now, what do I mean by that? Context, choosing your right word. Find a time and a place where you know that it is okay for you to discuss sensitive issues. Remember, sensitive issues are not supposed to be discussed anywhere and anytime. There are days for sensitive matters, okay? So many people or many women don't really understand this. You just go out and pop it out the way it's going on in your mind, and you think that's the same way it's going on in the next person's mind. No, that is not how it works. So you must understand that, okay, fine, I've timed myself and I've timed the mind. I understand that this man is the kind of person that when we are joking, when he calls for true or dare, we can, voice out our minds. This is what I hate and this is what and everybody go think about it, and everybody understand each other, and we're on the same plane. So you must choose the right time for you to make sure that that man is in the right frame of mind. Okay, he's not already angry. Maybe he went out to work and coming back, he's already vexed. He has a lot of things in his head or in his mind, and now you are now choking him. Okay, that's how it's gonna look. Okay, you're now choking him with your matters of your past. Okay, maybe he comes to you, maybe he drove out before he went to work, and you decide to meet together. Maybe in the evening, he's already angry, he's already bored, and you're just like throwing, I used to be like this, no wonder that and that, this and that and that, and all this kind of stuff. It will like, oh, come on, hold it there. And the response he might give you that time might not be from his heart, but because of the emotion he was then. Okay, so we must know how to look at the context, choose our words. Most of the time when we are passing out to our spouse, our fiance at that time, choose your word. Let it be in an emotional way, in an engaging manner, not in a manner that you want to fight with him, not in a manner that you want to judge. Okay, maybe, oh, that was it, you just want to sleep with me, that was how the other person raped me, all those kind of stuff. He might start feeling that you are being judgmental here, and he might be scared of going into a marriage with you, and that's it. That relationship could just fall out at that particular time. So you must learn to know how to pass your context, construct your context whenever you are passing it to your partner. Okay, even if you have to go that way of telling him. And the fourth one is this: think about the impact on your relationship, especially in the long run. Now, having you understanding the dynamic of the kind of man the dynamics of the man you're with, he's a man that, okay, fine, if you don't tell him your secret and he gets to find out after 3 kids in the marriage, he's still fine with him. Okay, fine, I deem it right for you to go into that relationship. But if you found out that it's not the kind of man that you can, throw something out and he's okay with it, because there's some men that, okay, they love to put things into consideration before it happens. Okay, like maybe you just go into the salon and you just call him, baby, I need 40,000. I need for my hair right now. I'm already in the salon, and you didn't budget with him. If it's a kind of man that doesn't really like all those kind of expensive surprises, he can just tell you, oh, please, I'm not caught up for this. Besides, we are not even married, and why are you just telling me this now? Okay, and he can walk out on you, and it can look insulting, and the woman can look downgraded and look like a nuisance. And I know that you don't really want this for yourself, because I don't want it for you. Okay, so that is it. And the fifth one that I'll have to be laying down before I tell you my take on this, girl, is professional therapist. Okay, professional advice or whatever, professional help. Okay, let's put it there, professional help. Okay, so now if you feel that you cannot really pass out your ugly past to your spouse to be, to your fiance or fiancé, wherever way it could come, I feel you should seek for a therapist. Okay, look for a professional person. It could also be a spiritual therapist. It could be a pastor, okay, who is into marital affair, who understands, who is already married, who knows, or a therapist, a spiritual therapist, who also have the kind of your story. To some extent, that person, or who that person reverence. Okay, you can meet that person, a professional help, and meet that person. Okay, then tell the person at full time that this is what you're coming to tell him about. You really want the person to support you and put it through to your spouse, and then You could tell your spouse that, okay, fine, this is how I was before. I didn't know how to put it to you. This is how it was. And when it starts to, react, okay, that person could serve as a solicitor, someone who can help you buttress it in a more better way, in a more engaging manner, in a more advanced way that could make him, see possible fact that, okay, fine, he doesn't have to be scared because that was your past. Okay, if it's a past that have to live with you forever, like perhaps as a woman, you don't have a womb again, okay, it could still put him in the place that he could, it could talk to him in a manner that he doesn't have to be scared, try to solicit, try to make him understand that miracle works, God can do a thing, and all this kind of stuff to give him hope. All right, that's if you're really interested in him. Okay, and if it's maybe an infection, maybe the professional help, a doctor could tell him that, okay, fine, okay, there are drugs to eat that's gonna last for how many days, like 20 days, injections or taking shots, that's going to help you, and it will help him to be confident and comfortable around you, okay, and his mind will be a bit balanced when he's around you. Okay, that's if you want that relationship to still go on. I think that these are the 5 things that you should really have at the back of your mind noted out before you take any personal choice that you have to do. Now back to me, Mom Zipper, the relationship coach. What I will have to be telling you here is this, girl, listen. If you really love a man and he claims he loves you, I feel you shouldn't hide your ugly truth or ugly past from him. Okay, now this is it. If you love him and he claims that he loves you and he wants to take you as his wife and you want to take him as your man, he shouldn't hide, you yourself shouldn't hide your past from him, no matter how ugly it is. Now, this is it. Because if he loves you, he has to love you for who you are. Okay? He has to love you for who you are. Okay? He's not loving you for what, okay, you have. Maybe right now, when he fell in love with you, you're a good girl, you're seeing a mountains roll up, you're seeing and demons are casted into shadows, okay, all those kind of a thing. If he's only accepting the positive part about you, and you telling him your past, you notice he start despising you, or maybe when you're playing, you just try to chip in, what if, okay, maybe in the story, like to see how he's gonna respond, and you carve out your ugly past in a way that it's in the form of a story to see his reactions, and he flees, and like, if it's me, walai, to God, my base, all those kind of things, seriously, I'm gonna cut off with that girl. And you're already scared and you're asking, what should I do? Should I still tell that kind of my spouse to be my fiancé or fiancé? Should I still make him understand that that was me right there in the story I placed in front of him? Darling, if he loves you, he has to take you for you. Now, I believe he went to school and he has understanding. Not to put anyone's pedigree in an insultive manner, but he has to understand that you being sure that you're no longer doing that again. Past remains as worse, and your present is referred to as is. Okay, so now he has to understand that that is your past, and now it was before, and now this is your you. So if you go on head on, having that confidence, you accepted yourself head on to tell him that this is my past, and start despising you, and he doesn't pick your call, and when he sees you, he hides under the bucket. Oh, baby girl, let him take work. He was not made for you. It's painful as it could be, but darling, it's not meant for you. So what happens in the relationship when you are already in the marriage and you've given birth to like 3 children, 1 child, 2 children, and tomorrow you already sapped of the juice in your body. He has done the work, and he now finds out that, okay, you did something wrong, or he finds your past because you were hiding it because you wanted to marry him, and still fling you away. Where do you go to? You go nowhere. Okay, you look depreciated, you look demeaned, and you start to regret your actions. So I believe before you enter a relationship. It's the best form of time to let him know that this was your past, this was who you were before he met you. And if it's not fine with it, that's it. So I'm going to be leaving you here, and I'm going to be trusting you to follow me on Trends at Momziba. Keep the following up. Okay, I have a lot of followers today on Trends. I'm so happy. Trends, thank you. And a lot of followers through my Reels, Facebook, Instagram is doing a lot. I know you are interested, you're happy, and the content I've been bringing has been an engaging and educative one. That is why you've been clicking on the subscribe button everywhere, and you're listening to this. Please don't go. I know that you've enjoyed this, you've learned a lot from it. And the other thing I promise you, I wish you can do, is just click on the follow button so you can be learning more and we can flow together as friends. Okay, so I'll be coming up with a daily podcast, and I wish so follow me daily on Spotify, Google Podcast Player, FM, for more relationship course, family perspective, and bonus classes on social media, marketing, or for your business. Thank you so much. Bye now.